We are back. Blue Boys Baseball Club. It's been a minute. You and I obviously were on Dingers last night, so we chat all the time, but
yeah,
it's been since the first week of the season. It feels like a lot of time has passed.
And a lot of things have happened.
A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have happened. We can get right into that. I mean, we've got like 5 minutes before first pitch still.
Yep.
So the Cubs announce a bunch of moves today. You want to break them down, or should I?
I mean, I think the most, or I guess not most, but most predictable, least shocking in this situation was Kyle. Unfortunately, this is something we talked about on Dingers last night. How many more starts do you give him to right the ship? And apparently the answer to that is none right now. And honestly, this is something that you and I have talked about a couple times already, and I brought it up on Dingers last night, but Craig is not emotional about these players. He is not emotionally or sentimentally attached. And I think that's okay. I think that's good.
Totally agree.
For the sake of this team. And I think maybe in this situation, you and I always talk about how much influence, the front office has over the lineup card. I think the manager won out here. I think Craig told Jed to kick rocks. I think if it was up to Jed, Kyle may have seen 2 or 3 more starts. But I think Craig might have told him to kick rocks here a little bit.
I think that's interesting, man. I hadn't thought of it like that, but you got to kind of assume that with the money that they're paying Craig, that they've committed to him, that I wouldn't be shocked if he's, a kind of quasi front office guy, like a kind of what's his face? The Patriots head coach.
Oh, Belichick.
Yeah, like a Belichick, like, not obviously Council's not GM.
Right.
But yeah, that's a really good point that I hadn't thought about. And I think it's totally valid. And as much as, like I'm still sentimental, obviously, as a fan, I do think it's the right move. And I wonder, I don't really know how like the developmental list works and if it can work for major leaguers, or like I think about Alek Manoah last year for the Blue Jays and how he just like completely lost it and still kind of looks lost right now, which is wild for a guy who was dominating and was, considered one of the best pitchers in the league just 2 years ago. But I wonder if Kyle being placed on the IL is kind of a prerequisite for going to a developmental list and extended spring training type deal.
Interesting.
I don't know the rules there, but I would imagine that you can't just send a major leaguer like outright. Yeah, I was going like this, and that's thumbs up. But I would imagine you can't send a major leaguer just directly to extended spring training in the middle of the season like that. I don't think for the Cubs before.
That's interesting. I did not think about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, clearly Kyle had to get something right.
Yeah.
I think like low back tightness or low back. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Look,
was it him or Smiley? Because Smiley's on the 15
they
too right
just
now.
showed it on the broadcast, and I
just saw that too, and I was like,
I think Kyle was the low back tightness. I don't remember what Smiley's was classified as, but
okay.
Hey, I mean, yes, we talk about Phantom IL stints, but as Altuve is digging in for first pitch here.
I forgot. Do you want me to watch the Astros stream?
If you want to, I mean, we've got it on, I've got it on mute anyway. So
yeah, I mean, I have it on mute too. Yeah, no, I thought it was Smiley designated with low back tightness. I can't remember.
They also showed before the game that Wicks has 12.7 Ks per 9 right now, which is a bonkers number.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, the problem with that, as we've either talked about here on Dingers, wipeout stuff. So I mean, two just nasty pitches right off the bat.
No.
The problem with a lot of strikeouts is it runs the pitch count up. So you kind of want, like, for Wicks, Altuve's also just kind of swinging it he swung at all 3 pitches so far. So it's antsy up there.
He really reached on that third one. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know how
the first
he
one was outside
that.
too. But I'd like to see a balance with Wicks. Like, it's nice to know on the black. There we go.
That was beautiful.
Toss this backwards, but
yeah, there you go.
Great sequencing by Wicks too, to go outside, and then come back in. To finish the thought on Kyle, though, like, I know we talk about Phantom IL stints, and that's what people have been, like, fans have been clamoring for. But it is totally possible that he does have a low back thing and his mechanics are off a little bit. So
yeah,
that's very plausible. I don't think that that's something that Kyle would say, like, in a post-game presser to make an excuse. I don't think he'd say, like, oh, my back has been acting up, and
right,
I'm just not feeling it, as Wicks has Yordan Alvarez, one of the most dangerous players in baseball, 0-2 here. He's missed his spots on the first two pitches, but I don't know. I think it. Do you think? Have they announced? Do you think Wesneski will take that 5th spot now, and Brown stays in the pen?
I think so. I don't think they've announced it, but if I'm reading the cards right, that's kind of what I'm thinking, especially because they recalled Little as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of a twofer movement where you're like, all right, well, Luke slots into another pen spot. So my assumption and my guess, just if you're reading the tea leaves here, is that Hayden slots into that 5th spot. Hopefully he's stretched out enough, hopefully those 4 innings the other night were good enough for him. And yeah,
I think we can expect him to go 5 innings, as, man, just inside cheese.
Yeah.
Woo! 94, dude. I mean, that's filthy. I'm gonna pull up the pitch tracker here.
That was really pretty. That was really pretty. I hate Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, but that's weak contact, so
yeah.
Damn
you, Kyle Tucker. No, I guess, like, when I mean, Kyle's obviously accountable for his own mistakes and his own issues. That's fine. Like, you can be as accountable as you want. I think the move is the right move. Especially with how we were talking on Dingers last night. Like, if there has to be a discourse amongst fans, I can only imagine if there was a discourse in the front office about how many more starts do you give him. And if you're having to have that kind of a conversation about Kyle, that's that's the uncomfortable conversation. The uncomfortable conversation isn't whether he's done or not done, or if he's washed. It's how many more starts do you give him to get it right? Because Kyle's the type of pitcher who should be able to figure it out and get it right pretty quickly. And the fact that you're having
unless the injury is legit, like, if the injury is legit, and
absolutely,
that's I agree with you. I think that's the one thing, as Wicks gets out of the inning there.
That was nice.
Rounder.
Yeah, it was really nice. quick work.
Dropping the curveball first pitch strike to Bregman was pretty sick.
Yeah, that was really nice inning for Jordan. That was amazing, actually.
94. And like we'll say this too for people watching. 94 from the left side is different. Like that's we are seeing lefties throwing harder, lefty starters throwing harder, but there aren't as many hard throwing lefties as there are hard throwing righties in major league rotations. So 94 on the fastball from the left side with, let's see, he's thrown a few changeups, and then changeup knocks 10 plus miles an hour off. There's a 10 plus mile an hour difference in those pitches. That is filthy. That's filthy. So what I'll be keeping an eye out here through this start is how he's spotting his pitches.
Yeah.
How he's able to hit where. Is Amaya catching tonight? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's Miguel.
Yeah, so see where Amaya is setting up and see if he can hit the spots. Now, go ahead.
Miguel, I was just going to say Miguel looked highly comfortable in that inning alone, actually, just kind of watching him. It's, I know it's one inning, but that top three of the Astros order is enough to make anyone uncomfortable. And he looked like he knew. It looked like he and Jordan were on the same page here.
I mean, you've seen those videos that Cubs Productions did of like the pitchers and their game planning, right? This was a few years ago now.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. I think they specifically had Kyle in the game planning video. And that was back when we still had Borzello as well, which I loved Borzello. Really quick, I'm going to, as an aside, looking at the batting order, what did we talk about last night?
Nico and Ian. Yeah, here it is.
Nico and Ian at the top of the order. I love Nico leading off. I know that people will talk about Hap's on base percentage, but we also talked about on Dingers last night. I brought up that Hap's been abysmal with the bases empty or leading off. So if you can get Nico on base, if Nico gets on base, and Nico has been walking more this year too.
Right. I mean, I would take either of the two of them getting on base, however they got on base. We talked about last night, I think Mitch, he brought up a really good point. Like, it doesn't matter the at-bat. Ian's at-bats are always like high quality and professional. And you can generally count on Ian to get a walk if it comes to that. As Nico just kind of slaps one right to the Lollipop Guild.
I mean,
he can't reach the cereal on top of his fridge.
Oscar the Grouch in the flesh.
He and Nicky Mads got to get on each other's shoulders to get on top of the fridge to get the cookies. All right.
He's like, what is he? 5'6"? I think he's 5'6".
He's a tiny dude.
That was 103.8 off the bat, though.
That was pretty good.
430 XBA. This is nice. This is nice having. I've got the Baseball Savant live.
Oh, do you? Cool.
Yeah.
Well, now we have Ian up with the bases empty. So,
but he's not leading off. Like, I wonder if you get that granular with the data, like bases empty, not leading off situation. What is his slash line?
If it ends up being worse than him leading off, I'm coming for you.
God, no, there's no way. There's no. Well, there's some website where you can put in. It might just be Baseball Savant. Like, there are ways that you can search like way more intricately on Savant, not Savant, Baseball Reference.
Oh yeah,
there's some good wood off the top of the wall. Hey, we'll take a dub. We'll take a double there. I do not think that JP France is good. I really like this matchup for the Cubs. 108.6 barrels, nice, baby.
Hit. Okay. Base is empty. Not leading off.
Base is empty.
Immediately a double.
I don't know, man. I really like, but then you've got lefty. I don't think we're gonna see this every day.
Oh my gosh.
That was obliterated. Oh my God.
Cody.
Wow. Cody. There's a belly bomb, baby.
Oh, something that's kind of cool in MLB The Show 24 this year. Boog's commentary says belly bomb now.
I love that.
And the if you start a season, in like franchise or something, the earlier in the year it is, the ivy is less grown in at Wrigley. It's
Oh,
like
they've
grows.
always had that. They've always
I've
had that.
never noticed that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, maybe it's just like more pronounced. Like it's like very detailed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll be honest. I always play the show with the volume off.
Oh, do you?
I'll have a podcast on or music on. Yeah.
I've like mastered the art of quick play, or like, simming half innings or simming pitches or simming at bats, and just like inserting and trying to like help out when I can, help my computer generated team out when I can.
Are you playing Road to the Show or franchise?
I'm doing a franchise right now. It's been a while since I've done one. And man, I forgot how like active you have to be.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a
It's a
lot.
lot.
So what I like to do in franchise, I will there are two ways that I like to play. Either I will play I don't know how best to describe this. As Bush strikes out swinging on a changeup.
Yeah, it was
outside.
rough.
That's fine. What's the pitch there, Savant? When I'm playing franchise, one of the things that I'll do is I'll play like every 5 days. Like I'll play like every time through the rotation. So say like this rotation, I would play opening day
cool.
with Steele.
Yeah.
And then I would sim the next 5 games, including Steele's next start. And then I would play Shota's second start all the way through.
Oh, okay.
And then I do that through the rotation through the year. So that makes the year go by quicker. And I also think that like the way that you play with your players in live games affects how it simulates. Like if you get them hot, that will ride into simulating. So
that's why
one of the other things that I do,
racking up homers.
Yeah, there you go. One of the other things I like to do is just play the first 3 innings of every game, offense and defense, and then quick manage the rest of the game.
Oh yeah, okay. Yep.
And I'll come in like if it's a save situation, then I'll pitch the save situation. But those are the 2 ways that I make franchise go by quickly and still feel like I'm influencing it.
So, yeah, I like that.
I think the 3 innings and then quick managing is the better way to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's I also like it wasn't always like this. I know it's been a feature for a while, but I do like the quick count feature of like.
Oh yeah. I always use quick counts too.
Yeah.
Quick counts and then presentation mode like fast or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fast play to where it's like it avoids exponentially long walk-ups.
Yeah. By the way, there's no way that my wife watches this back, but in the 1% chance that she does, it is our 3-year anniversary of getting engaged. So
congrats.
When does that because how long have you and Lizzie been married?
We are coming up on 6 years.
So do you celebrate the engagement anniversary anymore?
So we kind of. And ours is May 12th, actually.
Okay, that's coming up.
Yeah. So I mean, we kind of do. So we got married on Halloween, but we had our like party, our kegger that we threw on May 12th.
Nice.
So like, because getting married on Halloween, it's cold in Colorado. Generally, the first snow in Colorado always comes on Halloween. So, you kind of sit there and you're like, all right, well, what are we going to do here? But yeah, we do celebrate it a little bit. Yeah. This year there's not a whole lot of celebrating in May because my sister's getting married in Canada, so we're just like saving all of our partying up for that because it's going to be a grand time actually. So
Where in Canada?
in British Columbia, Kelowna.
Ooh, I haven't been to Kelowna, but we honeymooned in BC.
Okay.
A lot of fun.
It's like the middle of lake country.
Dan's.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the middle of lake country. That was can we talk about Morel there drawing that walk, by the way?
Yeah, there were some check swings in there though that were a little questionable.
Yes. I was like,
That's a great piece of hitting by Dansby. Way to track
awesome,
that
Dansby.
ball. Oh my god. Dansby's been hitting a lot better like the past week, I feel.
Yeah, he was scuttling at the kind of the start of the year.
And I don't really expect him to be an offensive presence in the I don't expect him to be a huge game changer. Like if he can put up like a 105 WRC plus, I'm happy while playing Gold Glove defense.
Yeah, I would be extremely thrilled, and I would live a really happy life this season if Dansby just played small ball, like the whole season. Like
I think that's fine. I think Dansby cutting down on his stroke is exactly what we need from him.
I would take, if Dansby somehow ended up with 20 home runs, I'd be ecstatic.
I mean, looking at the lineup this year, it's possible. Like we have, especially when Seiya's healthy, we have a little bit more power with like Bush. Bush is a power hitter. He's not like a slappy get on base guy, although he does make contact. Sorry, this guy behind home plate distracted me because he looked like he could be Mervis's brother, but I don't think that is the case. Just the hairline looks very Mervis. I think maybe that takes a little bit of pressure off of.
Oh,
get gone! I'm playing
Talkman got a hold of it.
Talk. Let's go!
Holy crap!
Oppo for Mike Talkman. Cubbies 5-0 early lead against JP France. I love this because I think it gives Wicks the ability to just attack batters. Yeah. He doesn't have to, he doesn't have to nibble. He just we get to see Wicks just come straight after guys in the second.
It gives him.
I can't wait to see that.
And it gives him
that's
length.
right down the middle.
Yeah.
Center cut. Talkman. Is the wind? The wind's not.
I don't think it's out.
Too busy tonight.
No.
Let's go.
Here's the benefit to this too. It also gives Wicks the ability to lengthen the start here, provided he doesn't implode. Like
I sure hope so.
If he's efficient enough, I think you maybe land in the realm of maybe Jordan can get through 6. Maybe he can get you 5 1/3. Maybe he can get you, that would be amazing. Oh my gosh.
Merv?
No.
That was he got under that way more under that than I realized.
It looked good for a minute there.
We already, we started talking about all the moves made. Obviously, there we see Matt Mervis in his first at bat at the major league level this season was tearing it up to a 151 WRC plus. I think I saw in Iowa to start the season, and you and I were texting about it earlier. I am both. I said I wasn't shocked at Garrett Cooper being one of the corresponding moves.
I wasn't either.
But at the same time, he had, like, you think about the veteran bats that we've signed in recent years. Like, Garrett Cooper is not a name that many casual fans are going to recognize, but he's a good hitter. He's been a very solid, at least bench piece, and he can play all 4 corners, to my knowledge, right? He played some outfield, didn't he, before we caught him?
I think so.
Let me look this up really quick.
And here's where here's where, everyone is well aware, if you listen to Dingers or you follow me on Twitter, you understand just how much I love Wizzy. Um, I think he lost out to Wizzy because Wizzy's a better athlete. Just like on the athletic scale of things.
Looking at him, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you can see that. He's played a little bit of right field. He played 3 innings in left field for us this year.
Okay.
So yeah, he has the defensive flexibility. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna catch on somewhere,
Yeah.
and I guess they probably saw like, we've got Wisdom. So kept him on. Wisdom's obviously endeared themselves to us and most Cubs fans.
Yeah.
It's a more popular move to keep Wisdom and cut Cooper versus the opposite. But what it tells me, what the DFA of Garrett Cooper tells me, like we talked about earlier, Mervis is going to get some extended run here. Like
Totally.
this is the make or break moment for Mervis. Let's see. How old is he? Is he 26 or 25? Pulling this up.
Also,
He is 26.
let's talk about I feel like we got to give a shout out. Is there a better wardrobed sideline reporter than Taylor McGregor?
Dude, you know what? And they talk. I don't think they talk about her wardrobe, but obviously they talk about sneakers on the broadcast.
Yeah.
So it's clearly something that. But like also, you're in that position. You better be dressing well. But she really does. She really does.
Yeah,
nail
but
it with the
she is like
wardrobe.
presidential in her ward. Like it is
Presidential.
so good and so clean every single time. Like tonight,
And when they just showed her
the powder blue,
the wind was kind of like
yeah, the powder blue like power suit, like yeah, Taylor, get it. Yeah, her sneaker game is incredible. By the way, just
yeah, I love that. That's like a frequent thing that she and Boog talk about, and JD's kind of starting to get into it, like
he's coming on board. Yeah,
yeah.
Her sneaker game is rivaled by none.
Sorry, I was just posting on Facebook to see if we get any more.
You're good.
Viewers.
I am just watching Jordan here. Kind of a more iffy sequencing situation here, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I know Diaz. Yeah. So we got fastball, curveball, changeup, fastball. Here's another changeup.
Yeah.
And he missed by a lot. See, this is the thing, man. That's the 7th pitch of the at-bat here. And it's like,
yeah.
Let's see. He's hit the zone essentially on 4 out of the 7 pitches. And
Morel's
perfect.
Morel's arm, man.
It's a rope.
It is. And I'm glad he's figured out, like, right here. Set, make sure the mechanic is good, and then throw it.
Yep.
So
one thing too, and I think they talked about this on CHGO, and I was thinking about it, but couldn't remember.
Okay, that curve on Pena was slick
that
as
was
hell.
filthy. That's a great first pitch, man. Got him thinking maybe fastball away. But Morel, with that injury, that like, was it a car accident or something? Whatever, wow. Like
the camera can't keep up with his throws.
Yeah. He has to like manually open his hand all the way.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So I think, like I said, I think I was listening to CHGO where they were speculating that obviously it's a hot corner, the ball's coming at you. Like I hate playing third base. I still hate playing third base. But yeah, having his glove open, and I wonder if that was something that was kind of like subconsciously or consciously in his mind, thinking about
I wonder. Yeah.
his glove hand being open enough to make the play. But that just makes everything that he's done. Like I know that was something that was talked about when he was first called up, that accident.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's something that's, kind of been forgotten.
Nice. Great inning, Jordan.
That was
Again.
just a spot on that fastball too,
Yeah.
dotted right
Rough.
right where Miguel called for it.
Rough first batter, but then just cleans up after that immediately.
28 pitches through 21 strikes. Love that. Love
That's
that
really
rate.
great.
How many swings and misses right now?
You're right. He is attacking pretty. His misses aren't exactly misses.
No whiffs on the fastball yet. So keep an eye on that. See if we can get that going. That last fastball took a little bit off of it, 93 on it. But hey, if you got to take a little bit off to get it exactly where you want it to be,
yeah,
that's okay. Especially in that location, up and in.
Do you have any of those retro crown hats?
Yes, I have two of them actually.
How do they fit?
It's just a low crown, basically. It's just a soft low crown. Very similar.
So kind of like Ebbett's and.
Yeah, very similar to Ebbett's and official league.
Official league, cool.
But I would say it's almost even a little bit lower on the crown.
Well, I guess
snug.
I guess I'll find out when it gets here.
Did you just order that hat?
Yeah.
God damn it. I want to, but I just got social media influenced for this this new toothbrush.
Quip?
Yeah. Well, hear me out. So I've been using a Quip. And any Quip users out there might know this, which I also got influenced by Quip.
Sam Jones, off camera.
Sam Jones?
Yeah. He's like a screenwriter and documentary filmmaker. He did the Wilco documentary back when it first came out. He did the Tony Hawk documentary that came out last year on.
Oh, I still got to watch that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sam Jones had this podcast called Off Camera where he interviewed a bunch of people, and one of his biggest sponsors was Quip.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah. Quip used to be on all the podcasts.
Yeah.
And my gripe with them is that the heads, if you don't replace them perfectly the first time, then it screws up the entire apparatus. And it'll cause the battery connector to move inside the whatever. So I just have gotten fed up with it over the years, and I finally I got this ad on Instagram, and then my dentist actually sent out. It was in my dentist's monthly email that they recommended it, and I was like, all right, fine. So long story short, I ordered a new toothbrush that was expensive, so I'm not ordering any hats right now.
I mean, you could just get the Sonicare, man. The Philips electric toothbrush from Target.
See, here's the other thing, though. Here's where they got me.
Oh no.
The brush heads are biodegradable.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
So I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Do they put up any runs here this inning? We got Amaya 3-1 right now.
I don't know. I feel like France may settle down for an inning, but I'm thrilled if Amaya works a 7-pitch at bat.
Okay, does that guy behind home plate not look like Matt Mervis, the guy in the jersey?
Yeah, immediately behind the ump.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah, from a distance, definitely. Yeah,
and I'm trying to remember because That's wild. Good fight here by Miguel. I
Yeah,
like him. I
definitely.
like him fouling off the borderline pitches rather than risking a called third strike, um, especially to lead off the inning.
Yeah.
But we met Mervis's family, my buddies and I, and Kim was there too. We met Mervis's family last year at Murphy's after the game,
Oh, nice.
and Mervis himself came in,
Oh, cool.
and which is great. I mean, that was something that Schwindel did
Yeah,
when he was with the
he was big
Cubs.
about doing that. Yeah. Is he still in Japan or Korea?
I think he's in Korea. I checked recently, actually. I was curious
Man,
to see what he was up to.
Miguel,
There we go. That's a great at bat.
That is
How many pitches there?
fantastic. 8 or 9.
He does an 8-pitch at bat, yeah. And now we got the top.
Yeah.
I love this. I love Nico in this situation.
Nico needs to learn what conditioner is. I heard you. I saw you talking about the flow on social media. That's some
He's young
dry
still.
hair, man.
He's just a kid. He's just a kid.
He needs.
I wonder if they'll keep the hair. Like, I wonder if this is something that, like, because Wizzy's hair is long too.
Yeah.
Who else did Brendan have in that graphic? It was Dansby, Nico.
Wasn't it Michael too? Doesn't Michael have a little bit of a flow working right now?
Oh, he had kind of like a mullet thing going.
Yeah.
Was it Lighter? Lighter's working a
Oh,
little bit
Lighter.
on this
Yeah.
right now. I think it was Lighter. But okay, so here's another thing that I'm being influenced. I have not bought it. But there is a like shampoo and conditioner company out there right now called Modern Mammal or Modern Mammals.
I don't know.
And they show like washing your hair with Modern Mammals versus washing your hair with like regular shampoo and conditioner. It's like, whoa. Who knows if it's real? It has good reviews, but
that's all right, Nico.
It's a little lazy fly ball.
Yeah.
You're like a split second ahead of me, which is okay. Like
we're taking turns.
It's not too long a gap.
Yeah. So what? People's hair supposedly looks better with Modern Mammals?
I'll share it in the private chat. I don't want it to be in the.
That's okay. So I have really thick hair in the spots that I have predominantly thick hair. I'm like starting to thin out in some spots. I dove into the Hims avenue and actually it's worked, weirdly enough.
I believe it.
I also think that because I like started using it before it got so out of hand, like it probably just like revitalizes your scalp a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it's not bad. Like, I'm not even 40. I'm not ready to start shaving my head yet.
Yeah, I think genetically I am fortunate. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about that, although it is one of my irrational fears. For how often I wear hats, I still really care about my hair. Yeah, I like that. I mean, 4-pitch walk too. Up to 44 pitches through an inning and a third. Who do they? I don't even know. The Astros bullpen this year. Let's see. Ooh, their bullpen looks bad, dude.
I would love to get to it.
I mean,
anytime.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of their, what do you usually have in a bullpen? 7 arms, 8 arms in a bullpen?
Yeah.
So 5 of them.
Wild pitch.
Jeez.
Kind of.
5 of their 7 or 8 bullpen arms, whatever, have a 4.91 ERA or higher.
I love it. Let's use them all tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if they've got like an innings eater guy.
Who is it?
I mean, Hader's off to a brutal start. 16 strikeouts in 9 2/3, but an 8.38 ERA. Ooh, that's a good pitch. I mean, that's the pitch you want Belly to swing at, but
Yeah. Just
it was left over the middle, but
fool them a little bit there.
yeah.
Yikes, yeah.
So I got to give a shout out. I don't think he's watching either, but my buddy that I did some merch for, Low Groves.
Yeah, great music. I was wearing that shirt. I was wearing that shirt when I was in Nashville recording, by the way.
Hell yeah.
What's his name, by the way?
Adam.
Adam, love your music.
He yeah, it's funny. So we have a couple personal connections. I met him through my good buddy Nick. They played high school baseball together. But Adam, there's another connection too that they don't know that we know each other, because they don't know that Adam is a musician.
Okay.
And so I don't really he was like, don't out me. And I was like, oh, okay. He didn't say it like that, you know. He wasn't rude about it. It was just kind of a funny thing, and I was like, oh, okay. Like I know this guy like kind of well. I feel like he'd be pretty stoked and be like, why did you hide this? But anyway, that's why I'm not saying his last name. But those bat knob stickers that he made.
Yeah.
He's gonna send one to me so I can put it on my bat this season. I've never had a bat knob sticker, so I'm super excited.
That's
for that.
Cool, man. Oh, that's so rad. That was a really cool show idea that he had.
The one in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like donating blankets to make dog beds or something.
Something like that. Yeah. I follow the Innovation Barn, I think is the name of the place.
Yeah, something like that. That was cool. I really appreciated that. Anything that gets to anything that helps pups was a soft spot for me.
Yeah.
Man, Belly worked this at bat really well. Oh man. Belly.
Ooh. I mean,
he wanted it.
He's got to swing at that. He's got to swing.
Yeah. He knew too. He's like, fudge.
Yeah.
It did clip the strike.
I mean, that's got good arm side movement to it, and it just
that's okay.
Worked its way back.
That's okay. It's not the worst thing that's ever happened. So like you're allowed those moments up 5-0. You know.
I just want to see a little bush knock here.
I'd love to see one. Yeah.
A little bush knocking.
Yeah. Quick sidetrack to events happening in the city in which I live. Last night was bonkers. That Nuggets game.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely insane. Yeah. And turns out, so I don't know if you know anything about Nikola Jokic's brothers, but if you look at Jokic, you see a 7-foot+ tall Serbian man.
Yes.
Who's not really afraid of anything. And then if you were to see his brothers in any game, they're both like 6'5+ Serbian men who are ginormous. Also not afraid of anything. Anyway, one of his brothers like clocked someone in the stands last night. Like
really?
Someone in the stands. So obviously there's a lot to hash out there, and like cops will get involved, the NBA will get involved. But this takes me to like certain decorum at sporting events. It just made me realize like baseball fans are the tamest of all fans when it comes to decorum. And I know there's the rare exception, but if I had to guess, just from the footage that is being seen, like, because his brothers and his wife and his daughter all sit like in the same area every game in Denver, I'm guessing the person that got punched was maybe instigating some stuff with his wife and his dog. Like, there's a kid involved, so people tend to escalate and get a little more protective at times.
For sure.
don't like if there are kids, just to zip you shite up, like
Yeah, man. Yeah, and like typically people. Well, again, like I don't go to NBA games. I don't go to NFL games.
I don't go to
But
NFL games. I refuse.
I
I
just
won't
like
do it.
I also would much rather watch a football game from my couch.
It's just
But
better.
yeah, but um now the alternative that I would do, I would go tailgate like in the lot for the game, even if I didn't have tickets. But if somebody had like a TV set up and we could
Yeah,
like hang out in the lot, I would do that. That's
totally.
that's probably like especially if I had like a comfy like fold out chair or something.
Yep, that'd be
But
cool.
I I went to 2 Badger games last year, and there's just so much downtime. And like it's funny because we're watching baseball and talking about downtime, but like what's really when I say downtime, I'm talking about like the TV timeouts.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
like switching like every quarter, like in between every quarter, you're sitting there. It just feels like it's taking forever.
Well, baseball games take less time to broadcast now than NFL games do.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
So
Sunday night football rolls around. What kickoff is at 6:20 Mountain Time for me.
yeah.
So 7:20. By the time that game ends, the 10 o'clock news is just about ready to start in my neck of the
Right.
woods.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is significantly more time. We're looking at a pitch clock game where what's the average game coming in at this year? I feel like
It's probably the same. It's probably like 234 or something like
yeah,
that.
and
Just guessing. I don't know for sure, but
you're totally right about NFL games. Now, NBA games fly too. I mean, especially if
yeah.
the games are, pretty cleanly played and not a lot of fouls and things like that. But um, they fly by. But I guess like all that to say, like, man, it just kind of baffles me, like what people are willing to instigate in a crowd. Like
Yeah.
heckling's fun. I get it. There's this guy on Instagram. I sent you a
You
few of it.
sent me, yeah, yeah. And funny enough, my buddy, I saw it on TikTok. It said my buddy Mike, like the day before you sent it to me. It's like
Right.
he's the one I split the season tickets with. I was like, we gotta up our
Okay.
heckling game.
See, that's funny. To me,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yes.
Because it's pretty just goofy.
Yes.
He posted a video the other day that was like, I think he was shouting it to Kevin Kiermaier, and he was like, "You look like you don't know the difference between there, and there,
Yeah. Yeah.
you bum." And I'm like, okay, that's funny.
You bum. Yeah.
And then he was shouting to someone who was like, "You look like you'd rather be traded to the Savannah Bananas," and the guy just kind of like points back and gives him a thumbs up. Like things
Right. I
like
mean, like,
that are hilarious.
and that's
Whoo!
oh, Bush, what a play, dude. Oh, I mean, Jose Bray, you can't buy a damn
Look at
hit right
Wizzy.
now, man.
Look at Wizzy with that flow.
See, I'm saying, man, that wisdom flow. I'm
Look,
getting my hair cut tomorrow, and I'm gonna have him go a little bit tighter on the sides, I think.
there are a few. Look, Patrick is a handsome man. We can all admit this.
Yeah.
No, I guess yeah. I mean, for me, it's like I don't know my extent of heckling. Especially because it's easy to call the Rockies here in town, but for me, it's just always reminding KB how much longer he has left on his contract.
I gotta come up with some more chirps that are like lighthearted like that. What was I gonna say though? I think the big thing, like I
Did
think
Amaya
kind of
just
maybe
peel a pitch straight down the middle?
they both did, yeah. I don't know, and so did the ump. I didn't understand that either. Like that was a strike, clearly.
I was sorry. I didn't mean to derail you there. I just had to verify
Hey,
what
we
I
got plenty of
saw.
time. We got plenty of time to make points.
What the?
That
was funny.
Wicks has kind of a big head.
Hey, not everyone.
I mean, I got kind of a big noggin. What
You
size
and I-
hat do you?
7.5.
hat?
We're both 7.5 domes.
Yeah, I've got a 7 and what is it? 5/8. What's up? What's the next one up from 7.5? Whatever the next one up from a 7.5 is. I have a Lids hat drop hat.
Oh,
That I was like, I gotta buy this, and it's a size up from 7.5, but put it on again the other day, and it's
isn't that just 7? Wouldn't that just be 7 and
I think it's 5/8 is the next one up. But anyway, it's just a little bit too big, and I love it, but I think I need to sell it because I think it just looks a little goofy on me.
7 3/4 is the next size up.
Oh, it is?
From
Okay.
7 5/8. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty consistently a 7.5, though I've lost weight, and my head I feel like also is less fat. So
Maybe that's why I've put on, and I like thanks to Lexapro, I've put on, gosh, probably a solid like 15 pounds that I needed to put on.
yeah, you're kind of a skinny dude.
Yeah, that's
Good inning
that
from
looked like it
Wicks.
was clobbered from Altuve.
Nah,
It just
he
died.
if you watched his like get under it, he was real
Yeah.
low on it. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm impressed right now with Jordan.
Yeah, he's cruising, dude.
Yeah.
He's cruising. I'd like to see some more swings and misses, but whatever. We'll take what we can get.
Outs
But
are out.
some of my old hats don't fit me anymore. My
How long's
7
your
and
How long's your hair?
well, it's short on the sides. Like it's short-ish on the sides. But yeah, maybe my head's getting fatter because I'm putting on weight. I never even
What about
thought
back
about
here?
that.
What's your hair look like back here, though?
I mean,
You got some flow?
Yeah.
Well, that'll add like 1/8 of an inch right there to your hat
Yes.
size.
It just sucks. I've got my World Series hat with the original World Series with kind of like the plastic patch on the side instead of it stitched. That doesn't fit me anymore. And I have a hat stretcher too, so I've like tried to stretch it out, and it'll like work temporarily, but it doesn't stay. It like goes back to its shape. So
I don't wear any of my World Series hats. Weirdly enough.
why not? Use the fine china, man.
Okay, so they're sentimental to me.
What are you afraid you're gonna lose them?
No,
The
they're
wind's
just
gonna blow them off your dome?
I don't know. They're just kind of Actually, no. You know what? There is one that I do wear. It's the all black one, and it has like kind of the faux leather front with just the trophy on the front.
I don't know that one.
Oh, I'll show it to you. Uno momento.
Okay.
I can show you.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'll get the other hat.
All right. This is called Ian and Jake's hat show and tell. The ball did not stay on the. Wait, they said the ball stayed on the mound there? No way. That ball did not stay on the mound.
Oh, he's got the season ticket holder hat.
Yeah.
So this is the Lids hat drop hat.
Oh, that's a nice one.
I love that, but I love this like 1942 bear. I can't remember. They only used it for like 2 seasons, and I love this. But like, hang on, my headphones might fuck everything up. But
just a little too loose.
It's just a little
too loose.
A little too wide on the front.
Yeah. This is the one I was talking about.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. They wore that. Those are the ones they wore at the parade, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do wear this one.
Wear all of them, man.
But I also have a Mitchell and Ness one. It's a trucker hat. So you know the white 80s bear that I have?
Yeah,
I was wearing it last night on Dingers.
yeah,
Mitchell and Ness made like a black trucker hat in that same hat form, and I love that.
yeah.
And it's like it's a World Series one, but it just says World Series in red, and it was kind of like the promo ones that they had before either team won. But it's nice. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Morel.
Wait, how to shrink fitted hat for the perfect fit. The shower method is perfect if you want an even shrink without going full-on mad scientist with boiling pots. Just pop on your cotton hat next time you're in for a steamy hot shower. Its comfortably hot water will coax the fibers closer together without drama, leaving it snug as a bug once your hat dries out.
Interesting.
How much
Okay,
will that make it shrink though?
I don't know.
There are a bunch of videos out here how to do this.
All right, I'm gonna send this to you in the private chat. Actually, well, no, I'll drop it in. No, I'll do it in the private chat because then you can actually see the link. This is the one that I like to wear a lot too.
Oh, that's sick. That's a sick hat. Yeah.
Just, kind of vintagey looking, but I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, I like
sweet.
it. This is good too. Oh my God. Hang on. This one's pretty good.
Which one are you looking at?
Hang on.
Oh yeah, with the blue visor. Yeah, that one's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the mint gum collection that just dropped on New Era?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's like the golfer hat with the yellow rope, and then it's got the Cubs logo here. And I showed it to Kim the other, like I prefaced it. I said the only way that I would get this hat is if I went to, like, if I knew that I was going to go to majority of the games I have season tickets for. Like, I feel like it's the perfect summer bleacher hat.
Totally.
And I showed it to her, and she goes, "Oh, ew! Like what? Ew! No, this looks like you're going golfing at a retirement home in Florida. Like, no, you can't. You're not getting this hat." I said, I wasn't going to get this hat. I'm just saying. I think it'd be a fun bleacher hat if I were going to more.
Gosh, yeah. What which okay, so they have a couple different ones. Nice walk, Talkman.
Walk it like I talk it. I always think that when he works a walk.
France is struggling tonight.
How many 67 pitches. Jeez.
68.
68 pitches. Jeez.
Yeah. Love to see Mervis maybe get into something here.
That's my dinger pick tonight.
Talk with the unfortunate.
Wait, I missed it.
He ain't that fast. Caught on the.
Oh.
Yeah. I used to.
Oh, I wasn't live. Why was I not live?
Oh, I don't know.
That says a lot.
Actually, it's been doing that to me a few times where like I'll navigate away from the window, I'll come back and it like I'm not live, so I just have to hover over it again. This shows that like this is a very like you hate him when he's not on your team, but you love him when he is. I used to hate Council's challenge demeanor, and now I'm just like, do whatever you want, Craig.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, man. Is it still weird to you seeing him in the dugout?
I'm over it. I think it looks great. Like, he just looks like he knows what he's doing. Like,
I mean, I'm glad he's there. I just think that it's still kind of like, oh yeah, Craig Counsell is our manager now.
I have found myself like thinking about that day and like, what were to be a fly on the wall in the conversations that occurred to
For
getting
real.
here?
For
I would
real.
lose my mind to be a part of those.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, however it happened, I'm thrilled. Regardless, just thrilled. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. I mean, it goes back to the conversation we had at the beginning of the cast here was he's not sentimental about the players. He's going to make the moves that he feels are the best. Dude, you got me on Mitchell and Ness now, and there is way too much here that I like.
We got our first spam comment, which is awesome.
Oh, let's see.
No restored K3. We don't
want to offer promotion
we don't
of
need
your
your help.
channel. Yeah.
We're fine.
Yeah, we're good. We're not super serious. Already paying for the whatever StreamYard sub. That's enough.
What mint hat did you show Kim?
The one with the yellow rope, the like mint
blue
with the yellow rope.
Okay.
The golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that I like it.
It's nice. I tell her she's outnumbered.
No, I'm not kidding. No. There are many more. I would get that chain stitched hat that you bought. I would get that first.
I like it. What's interesting is, the plaid series that they released, the fifth ones. Man, I want to love those, but this is where you and I differ, I think, in a little bit of hat fashion. I'm a snapback sellout, and you are a fitted guy.
I'll do either. I'll do either. I just like the new era snapbacks tend to have a slightly higher crown than the fitteds do, in my experience. Like the corduroy hat that you have, that we both have.
Yeah, it's a higher crown
right now. And I don't like that. Like, why is the crown higher than the fitted is? Man, I don't understand.
Jordan's cruising so far. This is great.
I've got him starting for me in fantasy tonight too, so I love to see it.
Yeah, this is good.
I'd also love to see Nico and Hap get a couple more hits.
Yeah, I would too. Also, since we're talking so much about hair and hats and everything,
we're talking about domes.
How do we get a shampoo? Hit up that Modern Mammals company, see if they want to sponsor our stream.
Since our 14 subscribers.
Hey, let's
hey, we've got 14 subscribers.
We can convert all of that to income.
Hey, drop a comment if you want to get some Modern Mammals, and if you want to get a Blue Boys Baseball Club discount code for Modern Mammals. Also, remember I was going to post that clip about. Did you comment that?
Yeah, I did.
No, I was going to say.
I had to. This is, but before we change gears, oh shit, Belly lost it there. Wow, that's uncharacteristic.
It's twice in 3 days.
Yeah, he's annoyed with himself.
And like, dude, that should be an error.
Yeah.
That should be an error. It's a catchable ball.
Yeah. How did he? Man, the wind must be going a little bit. No, he lost
Hang on,
it.
let me look up Bleacher Jeff's flag check real quick.
He lost it immediately, actually. You could see just kind of the look in his eyes, like, where the hell is this going? One of the things I like about Counsell is that he's got incredible hair.
Craig?
Yeah.
I have not noticed that.
He's got incredible hair. Like,
oh, nice play, Chris.
Yeah, that was a beautiful.
What a cannon, man. Oh my goodness.
Is he settling in?
Yes. He looks so much more comfortable over there.
I think you just deal with the early growing pains and rip off the Band-Aid and let him settle in.
I really do think that he's but now the bat, he's struggling at the plate. I mean, he worked that walk earlier, but
yeah, I don't think that will last very long.
I sure hope not. I hope not.
Yeah, Craig's got better hair than David Ross, which is not hard to do.
I mean, Ross had no hair,
right?
So it's not.
But it made me not trust. It made me not trust Ross.
It's super funny. I at work we talk about my buddy. He just left, but we talk about like Milwaukee Tool has a lot of bald white guys with beards.
Yeah.
It's probably like 20%, not 20, it can't be 20%, but like 10% of employees.
Watch this second pitch. This third pitch from Wicks to Diaz here. Watch this.
Oh, wait, hang on. Shoot, I missed it.
That was beautiful. That was stunning.
The change up outside?
Yeah. Whew.
Change up, swinging strike.
Ah, come on, ump. Miguel framed that for you.
Yeah, give him that. Hang on, let's see. What's his CSW right now? 25%. He still has not gotten a whiff on the fastball.
No.
And there is a little bit more horizontal break. 2 inches more horizontal break. Vertical break is the same. I'm probably going to dip after this inning. I've got baseball practice.
Cody! That's 3 outs. What are we doing here?
Oh, wait, because it went off the wall.
Oh my gosh. I didn't
It bounced off the wall.
See it go off the wall. Did it?
That sucks. Yeah, I mean, it definitely hit the ivy.
Oh!
Yep, bounced off the wall.
Kevin Murphy says, maybe ask Dansby Swanson if he has a hair product sponsor, see what connection could get.
That's good, Kev. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I like it, Kevin. I'm into that. Man, that is rotten luck.
Yeah, that sucks. Cody was just afraid to run. He's like, I don't blame anyone for not wanting to run into the bricks, man.
Yeah, I don't blame anyone for being afraid of that.
But then again, is that an error?
I think so. Would you score that in there? I would.
I mean, he had to range really far for it.
Man, this ump is squeezing Jordan now a little bit.
They're not going to charge that an error. They're not going to. And neither was the first one. Yeah, that's an earned run. Let's see a strikeout here, Jordan.
Yeah. If he can get...
Man, that was right down the middle.
If he can get through this with under 65, I think you trot him back out for one more.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I think regardless, you do.
Yeah.
With a 5-1 lead, you let him start the 5th inning no matter.
Beautiful. That change up to the outside again.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Whew, that was nice. Good job, Jordan. Way to limit the damage there.
I'm gonna leave the stream to you, man. I've got baseball practice.
Yeah, you have fun. I'll
Thank you.
hang on for see how this next inning goes, and
Yes, as long as you want. It's lonely doing it by yourself, but
that's all right. I'll just blabber and yell. Hey, look at this Rockford Peaches
with Jennifer
Garner. Yeah.
Yeah, love that. Love Jen. She's forever a crush.
Oh,
Jennifer
always.
Garner.
Yeah. I had a girlfriend in high school that looked like her.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was a great time.
It's okay. I've got a beautiful picture of my wife on our wedding day over here that I look over at and
look. All I need
get warm fuzzies.
All I need to look at is this. This is my little family.
Well, actually, I've got a background right now too.
It's my little family.
This is
Aww.
Yeah.
You were such a photogenic married couple.
That's very sweet of you. It's very sweet of you.
Not all wedding pictures are the same, buddy.
You say not all wedding pictures are the same?
I've seen some real rough ones.
We had a great photographer too. We're kind of homies with our photographer.
That matters.
Shout out Mo Spear, Minneapolis based. If you need a wedding photographer,
there you go.
Mike Dubs, get yourself some newborn photos for Mo Spear when the baby comes this summer. His baby wasn't born yet, right? I don't think his baby was born yet. Well, anyway, okay.
How you practice is how you perform. Go have a good practice.
Yeah, I got the new bat. Hopefully I don't break it tonight. Let's go.
Awesome. Later, brother.
Go Cubbies.
Go Cubbies. And then there was one. All right. Stick around for next half inning with y'all. Bottom of the fourth here. You're just going to get some rambling on my end, which is okay. I do want to give out a shout to Sam Bernero. I hope I'm saying her last name right. I love the photos she takes of the players arriving to Wrigley all the time, because for me, that is one of the funniest things to see, like all their outfits as they come to the game. Huge shout out to Shota though, because dude just seems to love the Blackhawks. Seems to really, really love the Blackhawks, which is awesome. You like players that are invested in the city in which they play. It's not always the case. All right. It's all right, Matt. Mervis with kind of a brutal strikeout there. That's all right. I'd like to see Matt probably get into something here. Amaya, a nice little single out. Is he going to run that out? No, not feeling spry enough. I think he held up maybe just a little bit too long, but maybe he wouldn't have made it. Nice little single there for Miguel, though. Tracked that pretty well. Nice. Well, the Cubs have definitely made France work tonight. That's one of the coolest things, I think, seeing, kind of a deflating series. Oh, man, Nico. Oof. Brutal. Would have liked to have seen Nico kind of work a little bit more there, but it's all right. We got Ian here. Maybe Ian can get into one, extend the lead a little bit. give Jordan a little more length and a little more comfort in the lead. I know strike zone had that maybe as clipping the edge of there, but brutal. Nice little 1-1 here for Ian. Let's see what happens. Oof. Be a bummer to waste this leadoff single from Miguel here. Oh. Well, inning number 4 ends on a kind of a brutal punch out there for Ian, but it's all right. Cubs head to the 5th with a 5-1 lead, and this is where the Blue Boys Baseball Club will leave you for the night. Our next stream is, I believe, the 29th. So if you all want to hang out with us then, come hang out with us. It'll be fun. Also, this is the last stream of Caleb Williams not being a Chicago Bear, for those that are interested in our lovely Bears who are hopefully righting the ship and who seem to be on the verge of announcing a new lakefront stadium tomorrow. So that'll be a blast. But you know what? You all have a great night, and we'll see you next time.